Have you ever wondered why some people seem to build successful businesses with very little money, while others wait for years, thinking they need huge capital to start? The truth is, most great businesses didn't begin with big investments. They started with creativity, resourcefulness, and the ability to turn small ideas into real value. Welcome to Merchant Wisdom, the channel where we share practical strategies, powerful insights, and proven ideas to help you think smarter about money, business, and financial freedom. Today's video is going to open your mind to something many people overlook. You don't need a fortune to start a business. You need the right mindset and the ability to work with what you already have. In this episode, we'll explore 10 low capital business ideas that are realistic, actionable, and perfect for anyone who wants to start small but dream big. These are not just theories. These ideas are inspired by real people who turn simple opportunities into sustainable income. From renting unused items to offering creative services, you'll discover how to make money by using your skills, your empathy, and even your hobbies. Before we dive in, I have a quick favor to ask. If you find value in what we share, please support Merchant Wisdom by subscribing to the channel, giving this video a thumbs up, and turning on the notification bell. It's a small action that makes a big difference. It helps us grow, reach more people, and continue creating content that empowers you to succeed. So, are you ready to change the way you think about business and money? Let's begin with the first idea. And trust me, it might just inspire your next big move. When most people think about starting a business, the first question that comes to mind is, how much money do I need? This mindset creates a mental barrier that prevents countless individuals from even taking the first step. They believe success is reserved for those who already have deep pockets, access to investors, or a bank loan. But here's the truth. Money alone doesn't guarantee success. Mindset does. Let's break this down. Businesses are not built on money. They are built on value. If you can create value for other people, money will follow. That's why the first principle of entrepreneurship isn't about having capital. It's about having the ability to think creatively, act resourcefully, and execute consistently. Principle 1. Capital is not money. Capital is mindset. Money is just one form of capital, and often it's not even the most important one. The real foundation of any business is your ability to observe, organize, and solve problems. People who succeed in business usually share one common trait. They can spot opportunities where others see obstacles. For example, if you notice that your neighbors struggle to find time for household chores, you can turn that observation into a profitable service. This doesn't require a big budget. It requires awareness and initiative. Principle 2. Start where you are. Use what you have. Another misconception is the belief that you need to wait until everything is perfect before starting. The truth? You already have what you need to begin. Whether it's your skills, your network, your hobbies, or even unused items in your home, these are assets that can generate income when used creatively. Many successful businesses started from small, simple ideas executed well. Principle 3. Consistency and care. Trump complexity. A lot of aspiring entrepreneurs get stuck thinking they need a big idea to win. In reality, success often comes from doing small things consistently and with care. You don't need to invent the next groundbreaking app. You just need to provide a service or product that solves a problem and deliver it better than anyone else. For example, offering a reliable laundry folding service or hosting mini craft workshops may sound simple, but they can be powerful if done with professionalism and dedication. Principle 4. Value over shortcuts. In today's world, many people chase shortcuts, quick money schemes, viral trends, or overnight success stories, but those paths rarely lead to sustainable wealth. Long-term success is built on creating real value for real people. When you focus on solving problems, providing quality, and building trust, money becomes a natural byproduct of your efforts. The bottom line is this: business success starts in your mind, not in your wallet. If you can train yourself to see opportunities instead of limitations, act on small ideas without fear, and serve people with genuine care, you already possess the most powerful form of capital there is. Starting a business with limited funds may sound challenging, but in reality, it forces you to be creative and resourceful, two essential traits of successful entrepreneurs. Here are 10 low capital business ideas, each explained in detail with practical tips to help you take action immediately. Hash 1. Rent out unused assets. Most households have items that sit unused for weeks or even months. These items, like ladders, folding tables, large cooking pots, or even a bicycle, could generate income instead of gathering dust. Platforms for peer to peer rentals are becoming increasingly popular, but even without a platform, you can start locally. Example: a woman started with an old sugarcane juice cart that had been sitting idle for years. Instead of selling it for a low price, she refurbished it, rented it to a street vendor, and earned steady income without any heavy investment. How to start: make a list of items you rarely use, but others may need. Set clear rental terms and prices, daily or weekly rates. Promote through neighborhood groups or local online marketplaces. Why it works: you're monetizing existing assets, so there's virtually zero upfront cost. 2. Be a smart middleman, the connector model. You don't always need to produce or own products to profit. You can connect supply and demand. There are countless local products or services people want but can't easily access. Your role is to bridge that gap. Example: someone started delivering homemade regional specialties from one city to another. They partnered with home cooks, handled orders, and took a margin for the service. How to start: identify a product in demand but not easily available in your area. Build relationships with reliable suppliers. Offer convenience, delivery, packaging, or quality assurance. Why it works: minimal investment, mostly time and communication skills. 3. Solve overlooked problems. Great businesses often come from solving small, everyday frustrations. For example, parents in the same apartment complex often struggle with babysitting during short errands. A flexible babysitting service solves that need perfectly. Example: a stay at home parent offered babysitting on demand within her building. Because parents trusted someone from the same community, the service quickly grew. How to start: look for small but recurring problems people complain about. Offer an easy, safe, and affordable solution. Start small, then expand as demand grows. Why it works: you're filling a real gap that bigger companies overlook. Hash 4. Do what others avoid. Some tasks are unpleasant but necessary, and people are willing to pay for someone else to do them. Cleaning refrigerators, organizing cluttered storage rooms, or even deep cleaning ovens are perfect examples. Example: a college student started a refrigerator cleaning service for busy families. It wasn't glamorous, but it was profitable because no one else wanted to do it. How to start: identify tasks people dislike but need done regularly. Price your service reasonably and emphasize hygiene and convenience. Offer packages or discounts for recurring services. Why it works: low competition and high perceived value for convenience. Half 5. Rent out rarely used items. Similar to renting assets, this focuses on occasional use items like camping gear, power tools, or event decorations. People don't want to buy these for one-time use, so they'll gladly rent. Example: someone who owned party decorations started renting them out for small events. What used to collect dust became a steady side income. How to start: inventory your home for such items or buy a few essentials secondhand. Create simple rental agreements to avoid damage disputes. Market on Facebook groups, community boards, or Instagram. Why it works: demand exists because buying is expensive, and you provide a cheaper option. 6. Leverage small skills. You don't need to be a top-tier expert to make money from your skills. Hand lettering, basic design, simple video editing, or even resume writing can become profitable with consistency. Example: a student who had neat handwriting started writing personalized greeting cards and wedding invitations. Over time, she built a loyal client base. How to start: identify one small skill you can perform well. Create samples to showcase on social media. Offer an affordable entry price to attract initial clients. Why it works: skills can be scaled, and digital tools make it easy to promote your work. Hash 7. Offer empathy and listening. Emotional support is a growing need in a fast-paced world. Many people, especially new mothers or stressed professionals, just need someone to listen and empathize. Example: a woman started an empathetic listening service where clients could talk about their struggles over a phone call for a small fee. It became popular among those who felt isolated. How to start: offer safe, judgment-free conversations. Clearly state that you are not a therapist to avoid legal issues. Use apps or platforms that enable anonymous calls if needed. Why it works. Human connection is priceless, and people are willing to pay for kindness and understanding. Hash 8. Teach traditional skills. Sewing, knitting, cooking, or woodworking. These skills never go out of style. People love learning practical crafts, especially as hobbies or creative outlets. Example, a retiree started teaching sewing workshops in her living room, charging a small fee per session. What began as a hobby turned into a thriving side business. How to start. Pick a skill you know well. Start with small group classes at home or online. Use social media to promote and showcase results. Why it works. Low overhead and high demand for unique, hands-on experiences. 9. Turn hobbies into experiences. If you enjoy gardening, painting, or cooking, you can turn that into a paid experience. People love trying new things in a friendly setting. Example, a flower enthusiast hosted mini floral arrangement workshops for $20 per person. Guests left with their creations and unforgettable memories. How to start. Choose a hobby people would enjoy as an experience. Plan a simple, engaging session. Offer refreshments and create an Instagrammable setup to attract attention. Why it works. People value experiences and are willing to pay for creative social activities. 10. Turn daily chores into services. Folding laundry, organizing closets, or running errands may sound ordinary, but they're highly valuable for busy people. Example, a young entrepreneur started an organizing service for professionals who didn't have time to declutter. Charging hourly rates, the business grew rapidly. How to start. Start with services that require no special equipment. Offer reliability, trustworthiness, and flexibility. Build repeat clients by offering maintenance packages. Why it works. It solves a real pain point, lack of time, and requires no upfront investment. The big picture. Each of these ideas proves that lack of money is not a barrier. Lack of creativity is. The key is to start small, focus on solving problems, and deliver with consistency and care. As you grow, reinvest your profits, improve your systems, and scale gradually. Remember, the journey to financial independence begins with a single step. And that step could be as simple as renting out an old item, offering your skills, or turning your hobby into a service. One of the biggest misconceptions about entrepreneurship is that you need a large amount of capital to start. People think they need thousands of dollars, a fully equipped office, or cutting-edge technology before they can launch a business. This mindset keeps them waiting and waiting while opportunities pass by. The truth is, you already have more than enough to begin. Your skills, your creativity, your network, your empathy, these are your real assets. When combined with a willingness to act, they can be far more powerful than a pile of cash sitting in a bank. Money doesn't create value, people do. Value is created when you solve problems, make life easier for others, or deliver something meaningful. That's why some businesses thrive with almost no startup funds, while others fail despite big investments. It's not about the size of your budget, it's about the size of your commitment and your ability to execute ideas with care and consistency. Think about this. Every great business today started as something small. Amazon began as a tiny online bookstore in a garage. Airbnb started with two people renting out an air mattress in their apartment. What do these stories tell us? Starting small is not a weakness, it's a strategy. If you keep waiting for the perfect time, the perfect amount of money, or the perfect business plan, you'll stay stuck. The entrepreneurs who succeed are those who take action with what they have right now. They don't complain about limitations, they use them as a creative challenge. So here's the message I want you to remember. You don't need big capital to start. You need courage and creativity. You don't need a perfect plan. You need progress. You don't need everything. You need to use what you already have. Start small. Stay consistent. Deliver value. Do it with sincerity and care, and success will follow. If this video inspired you, support our channel, Merchant Wisdom, by subscribing, liking this video, and sharing it with others who need this message. Your support helps us keep creating content that empowers you to think differently about money, business, and life. Remember, money flows to those who create genuine value, not to those chasing shortcuts. Now you have a full introduction, 300 words, key principles, 600 words, 10 low-capital startup ideas, 1,300 words, and core message, 500 words. total about 2,700 to 3,000 words. As you've seen in this video, starting a business doesn't require massive capital, fancy equipment, or a perfect plan. What truly matters is your ability to spot opportunities, take action, and create value with what you already have. From renting unused items to turning hobbies into services, these ideas prove that creativity and consistency can beat big budgets any day. If you've been waiting for the right time to start, this is it. Don't let fear or the lack of funds hold you back. Begin small, test your ideas, learn from the process, and grow step by step. Every successful entrepreneur you admire today started exactly where you are now, with an idea and the courage to act on it. Now, if this video gave you value and sparked new ideas, I have a small favor to ask. Support Merchant Wisdom by subscribing to the channel, giving this video a thumbs up, and turning on the notification bell. It's free. It only takes a second, but it means the world to us because it helps us reach more people like you, people who want to learn, grow, and build a better financial future. Also, share this video with someone who needs to hear this message today. You never know. You might be the reason they finally take that first step toward success. Thank you for watching, and remember, wisdom creates wealth. Start where you are, use what you have, and never stop learning.